Hey everyone, Maury Curtis Dunbar here in Painted Studios. Yes, again, I am back for our third live of the day. Why? Because I've had a lot of stuff going on today and some of it's really fun and cool, so I've been sharing it. Let me just bring over my iPad, which has been charging because it's been in full and insane use all day today. So I just gotta open it up, go to my page, take a look and see what's going on so I can open this up to my own live. All right, here we go. Now it's all on, volume's down. All right, so here is our orange one, almost completed. All I have to do up here is stain that stem. And then here is our little black house, and if you'll notice, 3 of the windows are out, and actually I should have a 4th one out, but we'll do that during the live, and we'll cover how I got to everything. Give me just a second because I needed to grab something across the way that I didn't. So the first thing we're going to do is use our Saman water-based size to stain the stem of pumpkin house. Hey Donna, nice to see you with us. So I foiled the whole thing, but I wanted to save that stem and just stain it woody color just for a little bit of interest. All right. I'm using our Saman water-based stain that we carry. This color is in mahogany. Make sure I give it a shake. And I'm not even going to pour it out because what I need is so little. I might be able to just use it directly from the container. Now my angle is going to be a little different tonight. I'm a little bit at an odd angle for a very simple reason. Off to my side over here, which is where I'm normally sitting. We did epoxy cups and all kinds of stuff with my stepdaughter today, and they're all over there drying. So I know better than to sit next to them because I'm not always gifted with my sense of perspective, and I tend to knock things, unplug things, do things like that. I see it. That doesn't stop me from messing with it and screwing it up. All right, so I'm going to grab, now I'm staining this wood. I'm going to leave it to sit here for a minute while I go grab a cotton ball, and then I'm going to just wipe it back. Alrighty, cotton ball in hand. I don't need anything fancier than the cotton ball, just to wipe this stain back, because there's only a little bit of it and it's just right here. I just keep moving it to a clean spot, so because I don't want to take the chance of rubbing the stain down into the foil. That's just a pain to try to clean up. Perfect, lightly stained, and there is my pumpkins. I am not pulling out the lights to light it right now. I'm going to save that for tomorrow. And now here's my black house. Now if you notice that there are pieces missing, that's because the door had details, so I highlighted the door in gold faux metal, and I did all the windows that are going to be exposed to the lamp lights that are in here. I did those in faux metal as well. Very specific reason, I wanted the extra light. Plus, we're going to play with this and make it a little bit more gothic-y, kind of romantic. So I've got to grab another brush. We're going to go kind of gothic romantic on this. So the whole thing is going to stay black, and then we're going to do big flowers. And that's the next step after I finish painting my faux metal gold. Now, faux metal is a funky product Faux Effects makes. There's real metal in here, comes in several colors: silver, pale gold, rich gold, bronze, and copper. All of these have real metal in them. They're designed for interior and exterior use, and they are designed not to be top coated, because all the water-based top coats on the face of God's green earth change their colors. All right, so let me make sure my hands are wiped off. And oh, you love these. Can't wait to see the haunted house finished. Thank you, Beret. All right, so we're going to go totally different than what you're used to seeing me do. Let me angle this up a little bit. Sorry for my hand. I just want to give you more of what I'm doing and less of the table. So what we're going to use is we're going to use transfers. Now I'm going to open this up and we're going to make this like a dark Victorian garden. Transfers come with a stick to move things around, and we have different flowers, different sizes, and so I'm going to play with this a little bit because honestly I have no idea which one I want to use where right this very second. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to start right here with the flower. So you can keep these in one sheet if you're doing them for, say, I don't know, a piece of furniture that's bigger. But I like to cut these out and piece them together. And I will apply them in layers to get the look I want. Be patient with me while I cut this. And yes, we carry these transfers. So if you're looking for this set of transfers, this is called Garden Roses. And yeah, we carry them. So you can find them on our website under stencils and transfers. Let's cut all of this out. And you got to be very careful because they do put these close together, because the idea is that each one of these could also be a drawer panel. And yeah, I really don't want to screw that up, all those other transfers. I mean, there's, you know, we pay for them, want to keep them. Okay, and I want to cut out these words here, mostly because you won't even be able to see them. It's light, you know, mid-tone gray on black will be virtually invisible. So let me set that over there. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is place this on here. Take my backing paper off, and here is my flower. I want to do it there. Move it up just a little bit, I think, so that I cover as much as possible without wasting anything. And I'm going to have some empty spots because of where holes are, and I'm okay with that. I knew that would be the case. Okay, so this is on here, and I have, as you saw, I painted this whole thing already with Set Coat Black. Now, I have never done transfers on a surface like this that's kind of uneven and irregular, so I may have some really funky break spots on this. I'm hoping this comes out. If it doesn't, well, we'll start with the fact that this definitely won't be at the farmer's market tomorrow if it doesn't come out well, and I'm just going to have to set it aside and rework it till I get it exactly where I want it and how I want it. So take your time doing this. You need to rub every little bit of it, otherwise it won't stick. And you have to be patient because we don't have completely even surfaces. We have openings with holes in them. All kinds of stuff that we get to deal with this one. Now, I know these transfer really well. I just don't know how well they're going to transfer with me messing with them on this broken surface. Now, if it transfers really well, but there's no breaks in it, I'm going to have to come in with my X-Acto knife to fix, you know, in between each one. So, say a little prayer that I'm not screwing this up. I really like this pattern. I like this idea of doing this dark Gothic flowery house. All right, let's lift up and see whether anything's... It didn't stick there. I may want something different too to burnish this down. We're gonna find out. Oh, there we go. It's starting to come off of here. So I just have to work it a little bit by bit, patiently, patiently, patiently. Okay. Ooh, that didn't want to come off there. So let's get in there with my fingernail and get it really stuck down. So where it's white, turning white like this, shows that the transfer is not stuck to the backing. It's actually sticking to the surface, which is really good. Let's get that stuck right there. Come on, you little stinker. Let's get that one stuck right there. It was fun having my stepdaughter here today because it was fun. This is the first time we've done a lot of creative stuff together, you know, because she was a really hardcore student in high school, so she didn't have a lot of free time to do studio stuff with me. And let me tell you, you know, she's amazingly smart too. Kid got a Fulbright scholarship and went and studied in Russia and now lives there, and God. My husband and I just look at each other and I don't know where they got so smart, but thank goodness they are, because we're going to need the smart ones around when we get old. All our kids are really smart, and that's one of the things I'm so grateful for. Okay, there we go. So you can see it's starting to transfer really nicely. This is going to be so pretty. And since these are transferring well, I know that I'll be fine doing more of them, and then more of them, and more of them. All right, come on, come off of there. Sometimes the stick doesn't work, my fingernails. I keep trying to tell my accountants that I should be able to write off my fingernails. They're not just for decoration, they're tools. You don't have these nails, you can't do what I'm doing right now. Just take your time with this. And really the reason it is this big a challenge for me is because I'm working on a multi-level uneven surface, not because of the transfer. It's because the surface I chose to apply them to. Oh, come on, damn it. Could very well be here until 11 o'clock tonight doing this stuff. So I hope you're in the mood to just be patient with me, and I appreciate you sticking with me tonight. Oh yeah, there we go. We've almost laid the whole thing down. Right, this is the last bit of this. All right, look how pretty that looks on there. I really like that. That's just what I was hoping it was going to be like. Okay, let's pick another flower here. I'm going to do something largish right there. I think I'm just going to take this big rose right there, stick it in that corner to layer it up a little. I'm choosing specifically not to cut through the paper today because the paper was making me cuckoo. I was really, really struggling with the paper. So clearly I don't want lettering in this, and I'm cutting it all apart. Alrighty, let's put that back on the paper. I am going to use that little blue one. I have a pretty good idea where I'm going to put it. So now I could put this like this and get both blooms right there. I could move it over a little bit, but then I'd lose most of the rows over the door opening, so that doesn't make any sense to me. I could come in over here, which would be nice, but I'd like it just as well this way. So I think what I'm going to do, let's see, we're going to put that right here. All right, where did I put my little scrubby stick? There it is. I don't have to trim it, but trimming like this just makes it a little easier when I have to start peeling the stuff off, because then I'm not fighting the transfer pattern. Hi Netta, nice to see you here. So we do sell several different transfer patterns. Again, if you're looking for transfers, look under our stencils and transfers section in our the website paintedstudio.com, and you will find all of this stuff. Well, not the house. Might find, Lord, I have this gold all over my hands and I'm getting it all over the black. Well, that's fine. I'll have to just do a little touch-up paint later. This is what happens. I got the gold on my hands and now I'm getting it on everything. Gee, that's never happened before. Okay, let's get this over here. Done here. Now I'm going to start with the smallest part up here first and work my way down. Okay. And I'm going to go back with my fingernails because, as we know, sometimes that is the best transfer, the fingernails. Okay, and again, if you'll notice, I'm not pulling straight up. I'm rolling it back completely parallel to it. Why am I doing that? It reduces tension when removing the backing film here. Because if I pull it up like this, straight up like this, I'm apt to pull this off the surface. By rolling it back, it lets go much more easily and uniformly. There we go. Grab on there. Just wants to shift around a little bit on this drawer. So I'm going to make sure it grabs really nicely. And there we go. So now we have our roses on there. And I think I'm going to take this little guy. I'm not ready for that yet. Haven't finished building that pattern yet. All right, I've got to decide what else I'm going to put on here. So here's another little rose. I think I should use that. And let's put our little rose in here. Really liking how this is looking because this is giving me that romantic, dark, haunted look, as opposed to just, you know, horror story spooky or little kid spooky, which I've done plenty of. This is a little more sophisticated. Okay. Let's put it under there. Come on, stick down, stick down. Now, any places this stuff is overlapping seams, I'm going to go in and trim. So, you know, I'm going to lose part of this right here. I'm going to lose some of this in here. There are parts of this that will go away as I seal this up because they have to. Let's see, what else am I going to put on here? Got a couple more pretty little rose blossoms. I'll put that blue flower in. That one. Let's take that little rosebud too. That. And where's my little blue flowers? Back here, I think. Here's my other rosebud, and here's my blue flower. Okay, so here's how we're going to do this. We're going to build this out just a little bit around here. So I've also been filming for TikTok and all this other stuff, and quite frankly, I'm hearing TikTok theme songs in my head, which is, I'm sure, what the purpose is to TikTok. They want you to have them in your head all day, so you go back and look at it more. But oh my God, it's annoying when you get, it's like an earworm, you just can't get rid of it. There we go, there's that. Let's take our other little rosebud here. Which way do I want to go with this? There All right. The mental gymnastics I have to do for my rosebud placement. You'd think I was solving world hunger. There we go. Come, oh, stick for heaven's sake. There we go. It's nice. And then come back down here to this corner. Stepdaughter got to play with lots of stuff today. She used stencils and plasters and epoxies and all kinds of lettering, and she even used some transfers and made herself a killer mug and a darling little sign that says Hello Russia, because she has to head back in the next couple of weeks. Someday she'll be back in the U.S. She does love. She was telling me that she loves Eastern European countries, and she'd actually love to live, I believe she said Lithuania. First I thought she said Latvia, but no, I think she actually said Lithuania. She said it's really beautiful there. I don't know because I've never been to Lithuania. That's one of the countries I have not been fortunate enough to visit. Okay, go. We're talking about Croatia, not that I've been there, but she really wants to go and visit, and we're kind of big below deck Mediterranean fans in my house, because you know it's our fantasy vacations without leaving the house. And when they show the ones that are in Croatia by the beach, those beaches and those views are just so beautiful. I'd love to go and check it out, and I hope she gets to go. This is the time in her life to go. She's young and well employed, and you know, able to move in a way that you can't once you start having children and things. Not until you get older, and now I'm at that stage. Okay, there's that all pressed on there. And where do I want to put this? Maybe right in here. My nails, I'm gonna have to give myself a manicure after this week too. Man, I need to spend some time and fix myself up a little. Right there, you need to let it go. So once I get this going, we're fine. And it doesn't want to let go right there. Fine, I'll find another spot. There we go. Okay, so now I have the entire pattern on. I'm going to take a little brush and touch up the spots where I seem to have hit it with gold by accident. And by the time I finish that, and then trim up, it will be dry enough for me to top coat. So I'm just taking a little brush, little tiny artist brush, into my set coat black. Coming back here, because I don't want that extra gold on there. It wasn't intended to be there, and it needs to go away. Right, that's done. All right, so the next thing I have to do is then trim off all this excess stuff. So I'm going to take my X-Acto knife and go in and carefully slice off the extras. I don't have to be careful because it's fragile. I already knew that. The reason I have to be careful is that I want to take it off where I want it to come off of, and I don't want to accidentally pull it and have it come off of a spot I don't want it off of. So there we go. Let's put a little tension on that. That's good. There we go. And let's just cut in between all the drawers so that we can open and close everything. Get a fresh blade because I have used this on a few things and I'm noticing it's a little duller than I want it for this job. A fresh, sharp blade is the best gift I can give myself at this moment. Just wanted to say hi to everybody popping in. Hi Beverly and Tammy and Anita and Susie. And if I've missed your name, it's because it went by faster than I could read. So really, thank you all for popping in. Let's get this blade in tight. Let me move my paint out of the way too so that you can actually see what I'm doing. Okay, so back in to the spots between the drawers to cut the transfers. Go. There. And stop making my life harder and trying to cut out those little half moons while it's here. I'll pull a drawer out once I've released all the drawers. if you want to know how I'm doing this, I'm literally doing this one by a sense of touch, because I have to feel where all the seams are, since I've layered layered transfer on top of transfer right here. Let's see if I can push down just a little and give myself that little tiny bit of an edge right there. There we go. That's it. Go. Yeah, these are the tough ones. So some of the trick to this is just finding the spot where your blade will slide in and then wiggling the drawer a little bit. So I think you're seeing now how this is gonna go, and I think you got the idea. So I still have more stuff to cut out, but now that I have the door done, so this door is gonna drop in right like that, and then we're gonna be black and gold across the, put that in there so you get the idea. So you have the idea of where we're going. It's going to be elegant and lovely, and I think I'm done for the night. I'm going to stay here, finish this up, put a movie on, finish my evening. Then I'm going to go home and get up at the crack of dawn tomorrow to be over at the farmer's market. So thank you so much, everybody, for giving me some of your time this night. This evening, go and have some great spend some great time with family or friends, and I will talk to you later. Have a good one. Bye-bye.